Welcome back, Bravehearts. Today I'm taking a deep dive into something we all experience but often overlook our negative emotions. But here's the thing, ignoring or dwelling on them only makes them stronger. Negative emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, frustration, or disappointment, are a natural part of being a human. We all experience them and that's okay. But what's not okay is letting them control us. When we fixate on these primitive feelings, it's like feeding a monster. They grow bigger, more consuming. And before you know it, they're dictating our every actions and decisions. Think about it. How many times have you felt anger or anxious and let it ruin your day? How often do you dwell on mistakes, letting guilt or regret overshadow your present moment? And it's time to break free from this vicious, destructive cycle. You owe it to yourself to stop being a prisoner of your emotions and start being a master of them. So how do you do that? It starts with acknowledgement. Instead of pushing your negative emotions away, invite them in. Sit with them. Understand where they're coming from. What triggered them? Why do you get in this headspace? And what are they trying to tell you? Practices like mindfulness therapy, journaling, or talking to others like a trusted friend could really go a long way because it's about creating a space where you feel safe and you can explore and process your emotions without feeling ridiculed or criticized. If you're not good at writing or articulating your thoughts, then paint, draw pictures, use art. Maybe you like music, you could sing it. And deep breathing, meditation, these are all things that you can use that will help you identify and pinpoint what's causing you to feel these feelings, these negative emotions. And it also helps because even if you're not directly articulating your thoughts to somebody, even if you do it in other ways that might be self-expressive, like I said, painting, music, drawing, swimming, maybe getting some exercise in, it's still helping you to debunk yourself and express yourself in a creative fashion where you can allow yourself to be in a space and place to get your thoughts out there and really self-reflect on your perspectives and what you think about and how you think about these emotions that trigger you to lose your focus and your ambitions and your drives or ruin your day-to-day routines. And even going for like a walk or a jog, as cliche as that might sound, when I decided I wanted to make a change, I went to a park that I grew up in. Since I was 7, I've been going to this park. And I remember I was in my early 20s and I decided to take a stroll, a walk in this park, just a little jog, and reminisce on my thoughts and my actions and what I wanted to do. And just remembering how much I've grown, not just physically but mentally, but how much work I also needed to do to get to where I wanted to get to. And I had a lot of hard decisions and sacrifices to make, but although I didn't know if it was the correct decision I was making at the time, it was definitely the right decision because I was making that decision based on where I was at the time and where I wanted to get to. And you're never going to have all the answers laid out in front of you. You just got to go for it, regardless of how you feel or your emotions and what they're telling you to do at that time. You have to channel them and use them properly. And you don't need to be an RN to know that cardiovascular exercise can be as simple as walking or jogging triggers endorphins, which improve your mood and reduce stress, which allowed me to be more aware and have that mental clarity at that time when making those decisions instead of punching a pillow in my room and praying for the best. Facing your negative emotions doesn't mean allowing them to take over or wallowing in them or just soaking them all up. It's about acknowledging their presence, learning from them, and then most importantly, letting them go. And because if you truly value yourself enough, you'll start to set these emotions free. Only then we can stop fixating on the negative and open ourselves up to the positive and be more resilient, more empathetic, and more in tune with our true selves. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And it's an unpredictable destination. But if you focus on the length of the journey instead of the things and the experiences that you'll see and feel along the way, then every step will feel like quicksand. And in front of you, you'll never get to the odyssey towards that new beginning. And negative emotions are the same way, because they hinder your vision and cloud your judgment when channeled improperly. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or by negative emotions, remember this: you have the power to change your relationship to them. Embrace them, learn from them, and then release them. You owe it to yourself to do that, because you can't live a life dictated by fear, anger, or sadness. It's better to live a life predicated on courage and joy. Thank you for watching, and as always, morph up.